This is Pastor Tabi coming to you from Sitam Buruburu, and I'm overjoyed to talk about this theme of compassion and care. And I want us to look at the words of Paul from Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4. The Bible says that we are not to look on our own interest, but also on the interest of others. So let's look at the verse together. It says, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourself. Each of you should look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others." So when we're talking about compassion and care, Paul brings this idea of when we are to look to be compassionate to others, we are to go beyond ourselves. And I think the reason why he says that is because every time when you want to extend care and compassion to others, there is always that notion of what is it, what's in it for me, And so Paul says, do nothing out of that selfish ambition. Selfishness is using your standard as a measure to reach out to someone else, as a measure to help somebody else. So it's always revolve around this idea of what is in it for me. So whenever you're thinking about helping somebody, you're always thinking, what is in it for me? What do I get out of this action of compassion and care? And Paul says, go beyond that, because love does not look on its own interest. It looks at the interest of the others. And Paul is talking from the background of Jesus, who was equally God, humbled himself on the cross so that you and I can have a part in the kingdom of God. He did not look at his own interest. He did not think about, going down on earth, humbling myself, becoming a man, and living my glory and my Father's kingdom in heaven and coming down on earth to die. He looked at our interest. What will it mean for the humanity if I die on the cross? And so Paul comes to us and says, if you have any encouragement by being united with Christ, if there is any fruit you can see out of your Christian walk, it is be compassionate to one another, care for one another, reach out for one another. And the way to do that is to go beyond yourself. It is to not look on your own interest and ask yourself, what is in it for me? And so he encourages us as believers to be compassionate and to care for one another. Think about one incident probably where somebody showed you compassion or care. In my life, it has been many instances where I have received care and compassion from others. And it has always brought, a smile on my face, because when somebody shows you care and compassion, they take a burden off of you, and it brings such a joy. It brings such, a feeling of, the burden has been lifted up. And so this is what Paul encourages us to do, to go out there and show compassion. And he talks about this idea of do not have this vain conceit. To be conceited is to be overly or highly obsessed with oneself, right? And so he's saying what you have is not from you, has been given to you by God. And so when you are extending care and compassion, it's not out of, it's not from yourself. It is from what the Lord has given to you. Your money, your influences, your connections, everything that you have has been given to you. Even your ideas, even your wisdom, even your power, everything that you have has been given to you. So don't think about yourself as so, big, and so just extend that care and compassion, knowing that you have also been a recipient of this care and compassion from God himself. So this week I want to charge you and I want to encourage you, go out, bless somebody, be compassionate to somebody, and go beyond yourself. Love beyond yourself. That is what compassion really means. Thank you, and God bless you.